Hello GameMakers, this is GameMaker Rob and welcome to the final episode of this tutorial series. In this episode we will finish off defending as well as running away. We fix quite a few bugs. I think there's about 3 that we fix, and as you can see we take into account players dying as well as monsters, and we also get to a game over screen with 3 different outcomes. So let's get started. Hey guys, before we get started today, there are a couple of bugs that I noticed when I was preparing for this video. The first one is we have 4 heroes. 3 of them can cast spells, 1 of them can't, but they, if you try and cast a spell with a guy that can't, he'll waste his turn. So the way to fix this is if we go into where we press the space bar and find the magic region, this one, and where we say magic state equals choose target, we're going to do a check. We're going to say check hero actually has spells, and we'll say if DS list size DS magic is greater than 0, then magic state becomes equals choose target. Otherwise, audio play sound SND fail priority 1, and we don't want it to loop. If you remember, DS magic is our DS list that has all the spells available. So if the hero doesn't have any spells, none will appear and the list size will be 0, in which case it'll play the sound. So let's just test the game, make sure this works. So attack with this guy, magic. So as you can see, hopefully you can hear this sound when this guy tries to cast a spell. The player is made aware he can't do it, so just go to attack. The second bug, I'll show you now. So whenever we go to select a monster, if we press up, it won't register the first command. Press up again, it will. So the way to fix this is inside our keyboard check pressed event again. Scroll down to, we want attack first actually. It's right here. So we're setting the selected actor to 0. This is what's causing the problem. So comment this out, and we want to say selected actor equals DS list find index, and we're going to search the target monsters list, and we're going to give it the ID of the monster we're targeting, and that's going to return either 0, 1 or 2. So selected actor is going to become 0, 1 or 2 based on this, and it's option target. So you see in this code here, we're searching through the monster groups. The first group we find, if it has more than 0 monsters, we're setting our option target to its ID, and this is what we're using to find whether it's 0, 1 or 2. A bit of a convoluted way to do this, but I didn't want to add yet another variable into our monster groups, so I thought this is an easier way to do it. Okay, so we want to copy this and scroll down to our magic region right here, and again where it says selected actor equals 0, comment this out and paste that code there. So let's run the game, and that should be the second bug squashed. So attack, and there's no more delay. Let's try magic. Same thing. Awesome. Okay, so if you remember from last time, the last thing we did is we introduced a new variable called isDefending for the heroes, and it's supposed to reduce damage. The only thing is the monsters aren't actually doing any damage right now. It's actually quite easy to implement. We've already got a script set up for it. So if we go down to the very bottom to the monster's turn, where we want to do this is where it says active monster dot attack equals true. I'm going to say pick a victim. Now we've got a DS list called DS Target Heroes. It tracks all the available heroes that can be targeted. If any of the heroes get knocked out, then they are removed from the list. So we're going to say victim equals, let me think of how best to do this. Victim equals I random. Then we want DS list size, DS target heroes -1, and then we want to put all of this inside this DS target heroes. Like that. It's a bit of a mouthful though. There's got to be a clearer way to show this. Random victim equals this. There we go. So random victim is going to return 0, 1, 2 or 3, or potentially less numbers depending on how many heroes are left. And the victim is going to take that integer and it's going to find the ID. So now we want to do we want a new variable, max monster damage, and it's going to be GA monsters, and we want active monster dots image index, and I believe it's 5. Let me just check that. Yeah, so the max melee damage for monsters is 5 in the array. Okay, so max monster damage. Active monster gives us an ID, so it's going to be one of the 3 monster groups. Whatever image index it is, that's the monster values we want to check. Damage equals iRandom range 1 to max monster damage. So this is going to return 1 to max. So if the troll's attacking and his max damage is 4, it's going to run 1 to 4. So now we have this. We can now do script damage. The first thing to pass is going to be the damage, I believe, and then the victim. Awesome. So now we go to SCR damage. So where we say target is a hero, we want to, before he loses his hit points, we want to check if the hero is defending. So target index. So if target dot is defending, total damage equals we want ceiling or floor. We'll say ceiling of total damage divided by 2. So if the damage is 1, it'll still return 1, and if the damage is 2, it'll return 1. Okay. There we go. So this is gonna reduce damage every time the player takes it. If we run the game, we should now see the monsters actually doing some damage to the heroes. So attack, 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 attack. Now it's these guys' turns, monsters. So we can see our heroes have been damaged a bit. Bob, John and Joe have taken some damage. There's a bit of a bug. We can see we're still displaying the number of monsters even if the monster's dead. Let's just go into monster group. And I'm going to say if not dead, then draw the number. One thing I want to do as well is just test heroes dying. It looked funny when I was testing before, so I want you guys to see it as well. And what we'll do is inside the damage script, we'll say total damage times 10. So they should die pretty fast now, our poor heroes. Attack, 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 attack. Attack, 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 attack. So John's dead. Oh no, Bob's down as well. If this code is worked as planned, yeah, everything we've done so far, we should only be able to select Rob and Joe. They should only be able to take their turn. So Rob's going to heal. He can only select himself or Joe, so that's good. He's going to heal Joe. Well, because of the damage script, Joe has received 50 health. That's alright, he needs it for this. But then it's gone down to John. Why can John have a go? That's not good. Let's see what John does. Okay, so the arrow was pointing at the wrong person, but it was Joe's go. So Rob's going to heal himself. For some reason the arrow's pointing at John, but it's obviously Joe's turn. He doesn't have magic. It's weird. Now Joe's dead. And we don't have a game over screen. So, and because there's no players, there's no heroes, the monsters are just going to continually attack. So let's deal with this now. This is like the end game stuff. So let's deal with all the heroes dying. Okay, so I have managed to fix the bug, and it was down to the use of player indicator. Basically, I wasn't accounting for the fact that position 1 in DS Heroes might not be the same as an integer value of 1. Say for example in the video, in the battle we just saw, we lost the second and third members. So our hero list only had the values of 0 and 3, but play indicator was returning 0 and 1. And then when we tried to use magic, it was checking the first hero's magic, not the fourth hero's, and this is why the problems were occurring. I'll see if I can get some kind of diagram just to show a more visual aid, just to help explain the problem. So what we're going to do is something we should have done a long time ago, and we're going to delete player indicator as well. So inside our object battle spawner, we're going to go into, let's just minimize this. Actually, no, not yet. We need that open. Inside player turn, if action state equals ready, we're going to say hero to command equals ds heroes 0. And now we're going to search for every instance of player indicator. And if it's like that, just delete it. Delete this. Delete this as well. So for this example, whenever we're referencing an array, we want to be using hero to command dot image index, or actually we've already got a variable, just index, just in case you use more than one sprite. We'll use this. So let's find the next example. Delete this in the comments. Okay, so here we want to say option target equals hero to command, selected actor equals hero to command dot index, and now we can delete this. Next one, same thing here. This becomes hero to command dot index. Underneath here we want to say option target equals hero to command, and selected actor equals hero to command dot index. Well, now we can delete this. Delete this. Inside this we want hero to command dot index, and we want to delete this as well. Next, this one's going to be hero to command dot is defending equals true. A lot easier, a lot more simple. Delete this. And that seems to be everything. Inside the draw event, there should be two. This one, hero to command dot index. This one, hero to command dot index. Is that it? Yeah. And finally, in obj hero, if obj battle spawner dot player turn and obj battle spawner dot player indicator, change this to hero to command and change this to ID. So basically, if it's the player's turn and we're commanding this particular hero, draw the arrow. So let's run the game. Hopefully there's no more mistakes, and it should the game should work as intended even when there's less than 4 heroes. So attack, 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 attack. Arrow seems to be moving in the right way. Let's keep Joe alive because I want to recreate the same circumstances as last time. So let's heal Joe. He can't do anything in healing. Heal Joe as well. So Joe's really strong. Attack. with him. So we lost John. Bob's going to probably die soon. Yeah, he's dead. So now we've got 2 heroes. Rob can do heal or hurt. Let's heal himself. And Joe, arrows in the right place. Magic, yay, cool, awesome. Okay, so now we have that out of the way. Let's make some kind of end game. If all the monsters are dead, or all the heroes are dead, or the heroes run away, then we want to stop the fighting. The best place to set this up is going to be inside our damage script. Every time a monster dies, or every time a hero dies, we should do a check. So inside the script, after we delete a monster from the monster target list, we want to say check if all monsters are dead. If DS list size, DS target monsters equals 0, then obj battle spawner.state equals battle over, and obj battle spawner.battle over text equals victory. Let's copy this, and after we lose a hero from the list, we want to put it here. Check if all heroes are dead. We're checking DS target heroes. Is that the right spelling? Yes. And this time it's going to be defeat. And if we go inside battle spawner draw event, let's say if state equals battle over, draw set H line FA center, draw set V line FA middle, and draw text room width divided by 2, room height divided by 2, and battle over text. Alright, and in the step event, all the way at the bottom, if state is equal to battle over, then we want to say, let's do a timer ++ if keyboard check VK space and timer is greater than equal to room speed times 3. Then we're going to delete the heroes with obj hero instance destroy with obj monster group instance destroy, and then we're going to destroy ourselves as well. The reason I'm having a timer is I don't want the last press of space to register for this, otherwise it might go from a player pressing attack straight to victory and then deleting the object straight away, so we're missing out anything you want to do in the battle over. For example, you don't have to do this bit. You might want to reset everything to init. Like for me, I prefer to have a persistent battle spawner in every room rather than recreating them. You might want to have like a game over screen, like display, you know, gold and experience gains, that kind of thing. Whatever you want to do, you would do it inside this state, because the heroes and monsters are no longer fighting. And we need to initialize timer as well. So let's do it in the step event inside init. I've gone past it. No, here. Here. Timer equals 0. Okie doke. Let's run the game. Let's test it. It should work. Okay, so let's watch the heroes die, because there's no chance they're going to win with the multiplied damage that the monsters have got. So we'll just attack as fast as we can. So we lost 1, lost 2, lost 3, lost 4, defeat. Monsters no longer attacking. Press space and everything's deleted, and that's it. The only thing we need to do now is sort out running. So let's have a look at this. Battle spawner, step event. Here we are. So we're looking for keyboard check, press space, and then menu selected equals 4, run. We don't need this. What we're going to do is we're going to say choose, fail, succeed. So there's a 50-50 chance of running working. Obviously you can modify this as much as you want. I'm going to say if, oh sorry, we need to actually set a variable for this. Run event equals choose. If run event is equal to fail, then we just want to go to the next hero. So this bit, let's copy this. Let's make a nice script. So here's a command. Call else. State equals battle over, and above that battle over text equals the heroes ran. The cowards. Okay, so let's try and run away, see if this works. So let's try and run. No. Okay, so there we go, battle's over. You could even have some kind of animation where you make all the heroes run off the screen on this bit. And that's it. I think I've covered everything I wanted to in this battle system. It was a bit more convoluted than I wanted it to be. Hopefully you've seen where we've repeated bits of code, and there's nothing stopping you putting those bits of code into a script and just calling the script. It'll make things maybe a bit more manageable. Hopefully you've learned a few things. You might have seen a few ways not to do it, as well as how to do certain things. Certainly since I started this tutorial, I've discovered new ways to minimize the amount of code needed in my own game. That's one of the reasons I want to start a new series, but just based on systems. Like, here's how to do a menu system, and you can use it for, you know, every single time the player moves the cursor around, whether it's for choosing a hero, choosing a target, magic menu or item. It just uses one block of code, and it's the same for everything. I think that'd be a lot more useful than another huge tutorial like this. But I hope you enjoyed it, and I'm always happy to see any comments or questions below. That's it. I'll catch you next time. Bye for now.